This presentation provides a brief recap of the employment documents assignment. The purpose of this assignment is for students to learn to tailor employment documents. Most of you will soon be on the job market, so for this assignment, you will produce a resume and a cover letter that have been tailored to a specific position. The resume and cover letter work together to convince the reader to invite you for an interview. The resume provides a list of your qualifications and accomplishments. The cover letter provides a contextualization of a few of your strongest connections to the position. These documents should remain fluid, meaning that you should tailor each document to every position to which you apply. A suitable job ad for this assignment is one that is for an entry-level position in your field of study. It must be a position for which you are or are almost eligible to apply. The ad must contain several specific requirements or qualifications that an applicant must possess to even apply for the position. When you find an ad that you think will work, go to the qualifications or requirements section. What is the exact skill set that the ideal candidate will possess? Look for an ad that contains lots of hard skills. Hard skills are things like possessing a particular degree or having knowledge of specific programs or having specific work experience. Hard skills are easier to write about because they are quantifiable, identifiable, tangible abilities that you can discuss in the context of your experience and education. You either know how to do these things or you don't. You can't fit too much information onto a one-page cover letter, and soft skills, which are skills like must be a good people person, those are much harder, much more difficult to write about. So save your discussion of them for the interview. Remember, if you can say yes to most of the desired qualifications listed in an advertisement, you should consider applying. So just to recap, the job ad for this assignment is very important, so take your time and find a good one. Once you've found an advertisement that will work well for this assignment, copy and paste it into Word and save it as a .doc or a .docx file. This is critical. You will have to submit the ad with the resume and the cover letter when you post them for peer review and when you submit them for grading. So save the ad to Word. Do not forget. Once the job ad has been found and saved, you can start tailoring your resume to it. The organization of the resume is a major way to tailor your document to a particular audience. For this assignment, the first major section of the resume must be a summary of qualifications. Employers and recruiters no longer want to see objective statements. Instead, they say that a summary of qualifications or a summary of skills is better to begin the resume as it provides a quick snapshot of an applicant's strongest connections to the position. After the summary, organize the employment and experience sections of your resume in order of their importance to the reader. Another simple but effective way to tailor the resume to the job ad is to use action verbs from the job ad to describe your current or past employment duties. The organization of the cover letter is pretty fixed. For this assignment, you will basically have 4 paragraphs, an introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. The introduction will be 1 to 2 sentences long, and in it you must state the position as well as specifically when and where you found the job ad. Most people also include a very brief statement of why they believe they are the ideal candidate for that position. And the 2 body paragraphs are where you will discuss your connections to the position and provide the reader with examples of when, where, or how you used or fulfilled the required skill set to achieve something. Remember, it is never enough to simply imply, I can do that. You must elaborate. You must provide examples. Connect the reader's desired qualifications of the ideal candidate with your abilities. If your strongest connection to the position is your education and coursework, then discuss it in the first body paragraph. However, if your experience is your strongest selling point, begin the body section with it instead. Remember, just like with the resume, organize the content according to the needs of the employer and use their words, their requirements, to establish overt connections between your skills and abilities and their needs. Finally, the conclusion is brief. It must reference the enclosed resume, ask for an interview, and provide your contact information, both phone number and email. So, some final things to remember about this assignment. The resume and the cover letter are not to exceed 1 page each. If your job ad is missing any information, like the company address or the name of the person to whom you should send your documents, you should invent that information. Of course, if you are actually going to apply for the position, you need to find that information. But for this assignment, you can simply invent any missing information. Remember to use good, strong, descriptive action verbs on your resume. This is a huge deal for this assignment. Using action verbs from the job advertisement is a smart and easy way to connect to the position. Also, you want to make strong, overt connections between your abilities and the needs of the position in the cover letter. This is a huge deal. You do not know who will be reading your application materials, so make the connections to the position obvious. And finally, what is my best advice to you about this assignment? First and foremost, before you do any writing or before you assume anything about the assignment, read the assignment details carefully and in their entirety. They're located on Blackboard. Second, find a great job ad. The better the ad, the easier it will be for you to respond to it. Third, start fresh. Create new documents and take the time to truly tailor them to the position. And finally, if you have any questions about anything at all, send me an email. It's my pleasure to help you.